Pamela Nash said the SNP was completely out of touch with most people in Scotland, and even its own voters. Humza Yousaf has been dealt another massive blow after a new poll suggested fewer than 1 in 6 people see independence as a priority, and predicted the SNP was on course for a general election drubbing, shedding most of its MPs. And pro-union campaigners have said the research proves that the party is completely out of touch with the people of Scotland. The party is neck and neck with Labour just months before a nationwide poll, according to the survey published by Redfield and Wilton. First Minister Mr Humza may take some comfort from the fact that his approval rating increased by 1 point, but it still remains a net negative at -16%, while 43% of respondents said the Scottish Government was incompetent, compared to 28% who believed it was competent. On the question of independence, support remained stagnant, with 48% of decided voters favouring separation and 52% saying they would vote against. But significantly, just 16% of the 1,000 Scottish adults interviewed identified the issue as a priority. SNP support is actually up by 1 point from the previous poll last month, on 34%, while Labour remained on the same level. However, given the SNP, then led by Nicola Sturgeon, took 45% of the vote in 2019, and consequently 48 seats, an 11% drop would result if a massive reduction in the number of seats the party would have at Westminster. The Tories dropped 2 points to 16%, while Reform UK remained on 4, the Scottish Greens increased by 2 points to 14% and the Alba Party stayed on 1%. According to electoralcalculus.com, such a result would result in Labour picking up a whopping 26 seats, leapfrogging the SNP to become the largest single party with 27. By contrast, the SNP would shed 20 seats and be reduced to just 8 MPs in the House of Commons. The gap between the SNP and Labour in Holyrood voting intention also expanded in the poll, with Humza Yousaf's party remaining on 35% in the constituency vote, while the Anis Sarwar-led group dropped 2 points to 31%. Labour remained ahead in the regional vote, staying on 29%, while the SNP gained 1 point, finishing on 28%. Asked who would be the best Prime Minister, 24% of respondents said Rishi Sunak, down 2 points, while Sir Keir Starmer saw his rating drop 3 points to 44% with 32% saying they did not know. In a similar question about the position of Scottish First Minister, Anis Sarwar, who dropped 1 point to 32%, creeped ahead of Mr Yousaf, who lost 2 points, with 31% saying he would be the best choice. A total of 37% of respondents said they did not know. Meanwhile, 36% said they would support Humza Yousaf over Scottish Tory leader Douglas Ross, a drop of 3%, while the Murray MP's rating increased by 2 points to 30% preferring him to lead Scotland. Pamela Nash, Chief Executive of Scotland in Union, said, "The people of Scotland want this general election campaign to be about the issues which really matter to them.